Hello everyone, I'm Jane Hanson. Welcome back to episode 5 of Secrets of Great Communication, Women's Style. Today, body language. It's innate. We have been walking on earth for millions of years, but we've only had a spoken language for about 160,000 of them. So that means that we communicated only through our bodies. And it's innate. We still do it, whether you're willing to admit it or not. Come on, you made a judgment right now when you turned on this webinar, and you made some judgment about me before you heard me talk. So there have been studies that have been done by 2 major universities which said that the way we deliver something and the way we use our bodies make up to 93% of our credibility. That's not to say content doesn't matter, because it does, but how you say it and show it matters more. It's really simple. Let's start with the nod. When men nod, they're nodding in agreement. When women nod, we're nodding to show support or to keep you talking. So if you don't agree with a man, don't nod because he thinks you're liking what you say. And if you do agree and want to keep him going, nod 3 times. It works. It will get them to have a deeper conversation with you. And then let's talk about facial expressions. Men use fewer of them and they don't smile as much. Women use more because we've been taught to be pleasers and we like to do that to communicate and be compassionate. But part of the issues are we want to make sure those facial expressions are appropriate to what we're hearing and what we're saying. We also want to keep that in mind when it comes to our audience. For example, I have clients, female clients, really successful ones, who say that when they walk into a boardroom and it's full of men, they suddenly freeze up and they feel like they're in kindergarten. So what do? First of all, walk into that room with confidence. Second, whatever you have to say or deliver, do it standing up. If you're going to sit, make sure you sit at a chair that's got a great spot and that you have that chair at the same height as they are so that you are equal in height and in stature at that point. And also be really confident and know that you're there because you're the expert after all, and you're there for a reason to give them some important information. Speaking of posture, we always want to stand tall, not rigid, but we want to be tall and use our full height. If you slump, it sends a bad message. And if there's a podium, try not to use it because that puts a barrier between you and your audience. And if you're sitting, sit up straight and then lean in to show that you're interested. You can lean in when you're talking because it shows that you want them to understand you, and it signals that something is really key. So what about those hands? Well, experts say our hands are actually a second language. They tell stories of their own. You don't want to use them too much, but you do want to use them effectively. A recent study of TED Talks showed that the most successful talkers used on average 465 hand gestures each time they spoke. Those who weren't popular used considerably less. So hands really work. Think of them as bold illustrations. And let's not forget our eyes. Eyes are the gateway to the soul. Really good eye contact will make sure that people are invested in you and will keep them engaged. So look them in the eye and don't forget to do it. And then always make sure that your body and the words you're saying are in sync, because when they're not, you lose your audience. Do all of this, you'll have great presentations. See you next time.